morning, everybody. Beautiful morning. I'm in the Kawartha Highlands on Anstruther Lake, and it's a beautiful morning. First trip out in the new canoe. First canoe trip, actually, in many years. So I would rank myself as a amateur. So this would be a good little trip for me to get out, maybe practice a few strokes. I know I'm gooneying right now. I'll work on it. But I'm 3 days, 2 nights, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm in a Langford 16.6 Prospector in Kevlar. So it's pretty manageable as far as weight goes. Weighs about 45 pounds. Paddle's okay. I'm sure in the hands of somebody more experienced it'd paddle even better. But that's what this trip is about, learning. A lot of cottages on Anstruther. Beautiful cottages, nice spot. Well, I'm going to paddle. We'll see you at the next portage. Thanks for joining me. Okay, we're at the beginning of the portage from Anstruther to Rathbun. Not a long one, 162 meters. I didn't film much on Anstruther. A lot of cottages and boat traffic. Nice people though. This portage is straight up. See you on the other side. Looks like they a nice little dock in for us here. Oh, sweet. Here we are on Rathbun Lake. Very pretty lake. Very nice. I don't have too long of a paddle. And I'm into another portage. I think similar. Less than 200 meters anyway. Not a big deal. And then I'll be on North Rathbun, which is where I'm camping tonight. That should make for a nice early day. Nice. It's a beautiful bog. Just saw some pitcher plants as I was paddling by. Very cool. That's why I got so close to shore there. Going to site 211, North Rathbun. Hope it's a good one. I hope it has good swimming access. So there's where I'm sleeping tonight. Can't wait to go to bed actually. I usually get some questions about my sleep system. So this time I'm using a Dream hammock and that is the Darien model. It's kind of their light model. And I'm using UGQ quilts, top quilt and bottom quilt. So that's going to keep me nice and warm tonight because it's going down to single digits tonight actually. Although it's pretty warm during the day, single digits at night still. So let's take a closer look. They use really good down, 850 fill on this one. And inside I have the matching top quilt. It's a bit of an investment, but if you're committed to hammocks, it's worth it. If you're kind of on the fence, I wouldn't spend the money, to tell you the truth. Oh, that feels good, man. Woo! Feels great. Perfect temperature. Perfect temperature. Oh, that's refreshing. Horseflies are out. Man, are they ever. Pretty sure I have the lake to myself. So I was thinking maybe I'd have a quick early dinner. Well, it's not that early, it's 6 o'clock. And go out, try the night bite. It's warm, very warm. So subscriber, maybe these little wax tablets. I said I'd try them out. There it goes. Burning pretty good. Thanks, Kyle. They're good to have. Handy dandy. Drop that in there. You don't see me using this stove very often, do you? I haven't used it in a couple of years, actually. Toke stove. I don't really like it that much, that's why I don't bring it out, but I thought I'd just take her for a spin. I have a new meal to try. Kathmandu style curry. Let's give it a shot. Well, that's burning. That's for sure. The beauty of a twig stove. Like, it's pretty hot right now. Don't want a campfire yet. So this works out well. A couple sticks. Doesn't throw off too much heat. You're good to go. Alright, let's take a look at this Kathmandu style curry. Our curry will warm your body and soul. With this delicious dish of lentils, brown rice, potatoes, carrots, and peas. Super hearty protein pack, just what you need after a long trek through the Himalayas or closer to home. Alright. 2 3/4 cups of water, 15-20 minutes. Boreal Ventures is carrying food now. So Gary gave me a couple to try. He knows I love a nice curry. Looks good. Should be good. So from my campsite tonight, you can actually see the portage for tomorrow. It's right there. And it's only about 100 meters away. So first thing in the morning, a couple strokes over to the portage, and that's a 1500 meter. Fun, fun, fun. So we'll try this out. Looks like it rehydrated perfect. Oh, it's very good. It's got a mild flavor. So I guess that's indicative of the Kathmandu region. I'm only guessing. I actually like Backpackers Pantry. Some of their meals I bought. But I buy their Louisiana red beans and rice all the time. It's good. So this is a vegan meal, if you're into that. If not, you could dehydrate some ground beef, add to it. Stretch it out for 2 people. I won't be eating half of this. I should have split it in half, but left half at home. But it is good. If you're into curry, you don't like it too spicy, this one's mild. It's really good. Good for you too. Lentils, brown rice, all the good stuff. So, Site 211 on Rathburn Lake, North Rathburn Lake, Rathbun Lake, sorry. It's a nice site. There's room for a couple tents, but it gets full afternoon sun. So if you like full-on afternoon sun, this spot is for you. What a perfect night for a paddle. I just have a floating Rapala on my line. I don't particularly care if I catch anything or not. If I do, well, that's a minor inconvenience we're going to have to deal with. Now let me tell you something about canoes. Well, I don't know anything about canoes. Or canoeing, really. Just making it up as I go. You're going to see me goonie more than Jay, probably. You're just going to have to deal with it. Let's check this little bay out over here. Beautiful night though. All right, there's a little something. What it is, I'm not sure. Ooh. A walleye? My goodness. Can't believe it. This is a beautiful fish, man. It's a rainbow trout. It's huge. And I just can't believe I caught a rainbow trout in this lake. Come here, buddy. The hooks are wrapped around the line. So it's going to be tough. It might break. Don't break, buddy. I'm going to get you out. I'm going to get you out. Don't worry. What a gorgeous fish. Come on. Ooh, buddy. Oh, I just want to get him back in the water. such a beauty. There's only one hook in there. It's okay, bud. It's okay, bud. They have such a hard jaw. When the hook gets in there, it's in there. Okay. Look at that beauty. Look at that. That is amazing. What a beautiful fish. Woo! Let's get him back in the water. Gone like a rocket. Amazing. That was an amazing rainbow. They must be stocked in here. I don't know, I thought there'd be pickerel and bass. Although the lake didn't look very pickerel-y, looked more bassy. It definitely did not look rainbowy. Good night. Woo! The only way I could have kept that is if there were 4 people with me and I hadn't already eaten dinner. North Rathbun rainbow trout. Did not know that. Head back to camp, maybe catch this sunset. Might be a nice one. This Hultifor's knife is actually really good for canoe tripping or backpacking. I like it. It's light and it's comfortable to use. But it's nice and light. Mosquitoes are jerks. Who invited them anyway? Irish whiskey. Pogue's Irish whiskey. Believe it or not, Pogue's. In this flask my wife gave me. I figure those guys knew 1 or 2 things about whiskey. Perfect end to a night. If it weren't for the mosquitoes, it's all good. Catching that rainbow was a big shocker to me. Big shocker. It must be stocked. I'll have to do some research. I thought it'd be pickerel and bass in this lake. Very cool. Maybe something for trout opener next year. Good morning. Oh man, I slept so good. So good. Why am I using this cat stove instead of cooking over the fire? Fire's too hot this early in the morning. Fire's for the bugs. Let's get some coffee going. Oh man, did I ever sleep good last night. Oh. Got about 10 minutes into a movie. Gone. Awesome. It's gonna be a beautiful hot day. I got a big portage right off the bat, so I want to have a quick bite and get that over with. Seems like a good plan. That's why I picked this site, because it's really close to my biggest portage. Beautiful site actually. It's like luxury, these big benches. Man, I spent a lot of time putting this site together. Really nice. So coffee and granola. Oh, it's not granola, what is it? It's a Chia Delight with almond and cranberries. Probably be good. 200 calories, so that's a nice light breakfast. Should be good. Oh, water's ready. Coffee time. It's good. Tried a new coffee. It's like an instant coffee, like a Starbucks Via or something like that. It's a tab. And it comes like this. You just press it in your cup, add hot water, let it sit, and enjoy. It's not bad. Like, comparable to a Starbucks Via. This is their dark roast. Yeah, dark. They have different kinds, but I like a pretty dark, bold cup. So the grinds go in the cup, make the coffee, then they sink to the bottom, just like a cowboy coffee. It's pretty good. Sometimes it's nice to just bring convenience foods. It really is. Especially if you want to get an early start. This Chia Delight, let's see, it tastes really good. It's like a fancy oatmeal. I don't know if it's any better for you than regular oatmeal, but I got it. Wow. Nice almonds, cranberries. I think I made it a little too soupy. I mean, you could almost drink it. Chia oatmeal. Remember those chia pets? They were great. Remember the Bob Ross chia pet? That was the best one. Oh, that's a good cereal. And an excellent cup of coffee. Goodbye, campsite 211. And we're good. It's a nice site, actually. I almost went on a rant last night. Somebody left a live maple tree and they had cut it up using it for firewood. Didn't have any leaves on it, but it had buds. Turns out it was a beaver chew. But they started using it as firewood. See? Don't go on a rant before you fully investigate the whole story. It was nice and clean and tidy though. The thing about this park is, because they book individual sites, they can keep track of who was there, who did what, who burnt a lawn chair. It's not foolproof, but it's some sort of tracking system, which is good. I'm not sure how many people come to this lake. I was the only person here last night. That's the way I like it. Also, really like these Katahdin bee-free water filters. Pretty convenient, especially when you're paddling. Just fill her up. Hydrate. Very important. Okay, onto the portage. I'm not going to film much of the portage or any of the portage. It's just going to be a fat old man grunting and sweating. Nobody wants to see that. Oh yeah, it's on, baby. Oh. Dude, there are some insane mosquitoes here. Had to stop and net up, cover up, put some gloves on. Crazy. Can you hear them? Can you see them? They're going to be living in my nightmares. So I think I'm ending the portage. Wasn't bad actually, no big deal, because I'm coming to a real steep downhill, and in Kevin Callan's book talked about this portage. He said do it in this direction, then you don't have to walk up there. Oh yeah, there's some blue. Done. Yeah, you don't want to come up this. I guess it gets dodgy right down by the water. What did it take me? 25 minutes one way. Not bad. Oh, nice. Very nice. It's well marked. There's one area where it branched off where I went down the wrong way for a little bit, but it was easy to find your way back. Yeah, this is definitely nicer going down than up. Water's like glass here on Serpentine. Beautiful. I'm on Serpentine Lake now. Not too far, there will be a portage. pretty lake. Very nice. Beautiful day. This is cool. Little creek paddle before we make it to Copper Lake. So this should be my campsite. It's right by itself at the end of the lake. There are a few island campsites, but you may have to share with somebody. And I don't like to share my campsites. All right, site 230, Copper Lake. She's a nice one. She's a nice one. So I'm in dry clothes. Why dry clothes, do you say? I dumped coming in. Just stretched my leg too far. Getting out of the canoe. Did the old splits. There you go. Very refreshing. I was going to go for a swim anyway. So I thought I'd have a bite of lunch. Yeah, that was a pretty easy day actually. It only took me about 3 hours from my last campsite to here. Less than 3 hours actually. So that's a pretty easy day. And maybe you could do it faster. So I thought I'd have some lunch since I have way too much food. Feeding the flies at the same time. First cast from shore. Not bad. Not in season though. Just gotta go right back in. Not a bad little fish. Again from shore. She's going back. Just a little pre-dinner paddle. Warm. She's a warm one. I certainly don't feel like I'm in the middle of the Kawarthas. But you wouldn't like it. Stay home. So I asked everybody what they wanted for dinner, and everybody said dang quesadillas. So let's have a dang quesadilla. Pretty easy stuff here. Bit of meat. Bit of cheese. Fold her over. Get her in the pan. I think we can flip these. Oh yeah. Yes. Toasty goodness. Dude. They look good. Dang quesadillas. Let's try it out. Delicious. Well, it's my last night. Couldn't have asked for a better trip. The weather's been amazing. Hot. Not a cloud in the sky. Not putting the tarp up. There's actually a 0% chance of rain tonight. So sleeping out under the stars. I don't know much about canoes, but I like that one I have. I just need to work on my techniques. That's what it's all about. And I'm having a lot of fun, so that's awesome. So the rules are very clear. At least one fire a day must be started with a ferro rod. And birch bark if you have it. I think I'll shut the camera off and just enjoy the sounds of the night. Good night, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I slept well. Thanks for asking. Time for coffee. It is going to be a scorcher. Absolute scorcher. It's 8 o'clock and it's already steaming hot. Perfect day to hang around the camp and swim. I have to go home, so let's just pretend it's a perfect day for portaging. It's going to be even too hot for the bugs. You wait and see. Bug free. All right, coffee time. Okay, I decided to do one of these Mountain House scrambled eggs with bacon for breakfast. They give you these delicious yellow pieces of styrofoam. Market them as eggs. And we're supposed to eat, well, buy them. We buy them and then we eat them. Here goes. They're actually not bad. I've had them before. But now it's coffee time. I'm actually liking these coffee tabs. Pretty good. Pretty convenient. I brought the whole box. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. You're actually supposed to crush them up first, but I didn't this time. Just to see how it goes. There, crushed it up. So there's about, how much? I think there's about 500 mils in there or so. So I put in 2 tabs, let it sit for a minute, give it a stir. Coffee time. Smells good. Decided to sit back here in the shade. It's a beautiful morning, but it's in the high 20s already, I would imagine. It's supposed to get up to, supposed to get up to 30 today. I think there's some cold beer in the fridge at home. Gotta have something to look forward to, you know. Oh, and my lovely wife, she's there. Better not forget her. She never watches my videos, so I'm safe. There we go. So looking at the map, it's probably maybe 3 hours out to the car, and I have 3 portages, a 370, which looks like it might be a steep one, a 216, and then a 162. Then I'm back on Anstruther Lake. So I'm doubling back on 2 lakes on this loop, Rathbun and Anstruther. That's just the way it goes, right? On a loop, usually. So that's my day. First coffee. When I eat this stuff, I pretend I'm an astronaut. How do they taste? Let's give it a shot. Tastes kind of like eggs. Coffee's good. It's not bitter, it's rich. It's a dark roast. It's not bitter, it's actually good. Hot sauce saved these. I'll stick to oatmeal. But gotta get moving. 30 degrees today. Never as hot on the water as it is just sitting in a campsite, you know. Bit of breeze usually. Talk to you later. Yeah, this is a bit of a treacherous portage, up and down. You don't have to be a billy goat, but I mean, like, there's a nice drop here, a couple feet. There you go. Just try to find a stable rock to step onto at the other end. Should be good. I don't need this anymore. So I'm back on Rathbun. On Lost I rated that portage as difficult. Wasn't that difficult the way I came, because it was mostly downhill. But if you're coming the other direction, I can see why it might be difficult. It's mostly uphill. So it's a nice little marshy area here right now, and I'm not too far from the portage into Anstruther. This is my first trip out with the GoPro, so I'm learning. I'm not even sure if I'm in frame. I'm not sure if I'm chopping any parts of my body off. We'll see how much of this GoPro video makes it onto the video, but seems to be the thing to do when you're on the water, have a GoPro. I got a little excited there. That was the first of 2 portages into Rathbun. So I still have to do a 216 right here. That was a lovely little marsh to paddle through. Really liked it. Can you hear the waterfall? Oh, lovely sound of that waterfall. Beautiful little waterfall. That'd be nice to have a dip. Onward. There's Rathbun Lake. So here we are on Rathbun Lake. We're getting close to where we started. It's been a really, really enjoyable day. Met some nice people. First people I saw actually in the whole trip, believe it or not, on Copper. They were staying for 9 days. This is a really good beginner trip for me. So here we are, back on Anstruther Lake where the journey began. We're almost finished up now. Had a really good trip, really good trip. Had a lot of fun. brushed up a little bit on some skills. I'd really like to learn how to paddle a canoe properly. That's why I got something like this, a little bigger boat. So I think you're going to be seeing it in future videos. As always, thank you so much for watching. Take care. I appreciate when you subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. I appreciate comments. You guys take care. And we'll see you on the next one. Will it be on land or water? Who knows? Take care.